still here. My hair kind of hanging down all over the place. It is Saturday, the 14th of May, 2022. Today is going to be, I guess, kind of a special shave. I'm using, for soap, I'm using Mitchell's Wool Fat, which I've done a pre-lather on my face and kind of condition stuff, and so I've had this made up sitting here and just brushing it on. Today is the day that I am changing fuels. It turns out I had a doctor's appointment Monday, and some of you probably know what's coming now. But apparently my last doctor's appointment in last November, I became a member of the Type 2 Club. And somehow or another, the paperwork, I never saw it. And I was prescribed a blood glucose meter and the stabbers and the everything that goes along with it, the little testers and all that kind of stuff. So my doctor was a little surprised. He, when he was reviewing my medications, he didn't ask me, anything about sugar or anything like that. And they did enroll me in, want me to enroll in a diabetes education type thing, which, I never did. So I've decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a fuel change. Before they put me on medicine, he did blood work today, and I looked at the results of the blood work, and I was still kind of high. Oh, and I'm using the Essence razor by Tedalus Pro Guard blade on 4. Can't remember the last time I shaved. But shaving with this setup is never anything less than really, really nice, regardless of the situation. I forgot to say I'm using an Omega. I think it's 10098 brush. So, finding my blood sugar's high, figured it's time for me to make the change. That change is where I'm changing my body fuel from sugar to fat. And many of you know how this works in diet, and I'm going to do this before they start pumping me full of all kind of medications, that kind of stuff. I'm going to see if I can control things on my own. The downside is there was a lemon meringue pie in that refrigerator that I can't touch. But we'll be going shopping today. There's already a number of keto fuels around here. Both of my daughters have tried. My wife has tried it. My wife doesn't really need it for weight control. She was looking for an energy level change. Which she found she was dropping weight below where she wanted to be. And so she discontinued that. But there's some of that stuff here. I got to go out and I'm looking at my menus and how I'm going to do things. And be doing some shopping for the changeover. There's probably some foods around here I'm gonna toss, just because it would just take too long for me to consume them, and the money I save is just not worth it. Because at some point in time, this is a life change for me. It's like when I had a heart attack smoked my last cigarette on the way to the hospital. I was done with smoking. I was done with it. So my younger brother was always very, very big. It became a time where you could not have called him my little brother. You would have to call him my younger brother because he was big. And he ultimately, he always had a problem with being a little bit overweight, sometimes a lot overweight. He was, growing up, he was always incredibly athletic with his coordination and his skills and that sort of thing. But his size kept him from being able to run fast. So when we would play pickup football games, he could move, and if you could catch him, you could tackle him, okay, or you could get a hold of him. But to try and bring him down was really, really tough. It was like a rolling cannonball almost. So it's at one point in time in his life, he elected to have the surgery where he had his stomach sleeved, and he dropped a lot of weight, but that weight went down, and then it all of a sudden tapered off. And then one of his daughters, after the birth of her second child, was carrying a little more weight than she liked, and she went for that eating style and nutrition style, fuel style, and she did well. And the rest of her and her husband lived with my brother. They went for it, and my brother's wife went for it, and they kind of had to figure, well, how do we get Tom to do this, because he does all the cooking and then we won't have to cook. So it really wasn't any difficult thing for him. To make that change. And it was remarkably successful for him, where it was all his life, even after digestive system weight reduction surgery, he was still carrying, and there I am, two passes I could get away with that with this tool. But with even with that weight reduction surgery, he was still carrying a bunch of weight that he didn't want to be carrying around, and it was the solution for him. It was remarkable how much weight he actually dropped. He claims to be feeling so much better, have higher energy levels, and all the great things you want in life, except you don't get to eat lemon meringue pie. Maybe there's a keto lemon meringue pie recipe, I don't know. But you do have to do that dietary change. So based on his tremendous success with that, I figured, well, it's time for me to give that a try. So for my brother and 60 years of struggling with his weight, the solution was to change his fuel from a sugar fuel to a fat fuel. And that is exactly what I'm going to be doing starting today. I don't think that takes me out of the type 2 club. Because I suspect it's one of those things that if I revert to my old ways, things revert to the way they are. So new fuel, new shaved shirt with a new logo on it. I think this is the first time I use it with the excess leather storage. And I'm not slopping it around too bad right now. And I haven't used my Essence razor in a while. I don't know why. Yeah, buying this thing was, if you're on the fence for open blade shave. Now, I've gone out and I've spent more on straight razors probably since I've bought this than at any time. I've been just buying these things and because I like them, okay? But if you're in a situation where you want to limit the expenditure, this one tool, as far as I'm concerned, out of any tool that I have for shaving, this is the tool that I love the most. And I could literally shave with that. I'm not even going to do a touch up. I got a little here and a little here, but it is the weekend. I'm not even going to do a touch up. That particular shave tool is a really, really great shave tool. I love it. It's expensive. Get on the 333 club because there's 333 of those made in the original run. They'll do some sort of a change before they do a second run to keep those kind of unique. But I highly recommend it. It's expensive. I just highly recommend it. If you want to enjoy the open blade shave and you only want to buy one thing, you don't want to buy any stones, you don't want to buy any strops, you don't want any maintenance issues. The maintenance issue is you take the blade out and you put a new blade in. Okay, so aftershave today is Master Aftershave. Got this when we went on the field trip to the barber supply store in Vegas. I think it's the first time I used it. I like the smell of it out of the bottle. It has a rich type smell. I don't know if I'm going to necessarily like wearing it or not. And I seem to think I remember one of the things that KJ had said, since he was the first one to get this. And there is some alcohol in it. Water first, then alcohol. Fragrance, glycerin. So far it has a little more slippery feeling than I usually get with the stuff I use. And we're gonna call that the shave. I'm gonna do a little bit, use also the new powder cannon that I got when I was on that same field trip. This one is not quite so much the powder cannon that other one is, but it does apply the powder pretty nice. So that's the shave. Nothing super eventful. Tomorrow's a Zoom call. Anybody will catch the video. I'm sure that the subject of blood sugar will come up because there are a number of people who have experience in dealing with that issue in their lives. This is the method I've chose to go with it. So that's the shave. Do please check out my homeland, the Shaving Cadre. That's my avatar, my favorite avatar. That would be Max Headroom, and that's me, Bill M, Shaving Cadre. This is a shaving forum where we talk about other things, including blood sugars and beverages we like to drink, and other gentlemanly pursuits. And being the gentlemanly forum, we pretty much strictly avoid the normal beatdowns that you can find almost everywhere else, where people just because they shave or do whatever they want to do. They want to tell you what to do. As far as I'm concerned, use this hobby as something that makes you happy, okay? And the Shaving Cadre is a place that I found that I can be happy, and I don't have to worry about making somebody else happy with what I do. So there we are, Saturday the 14th. Bill, over and out.